Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are going up against Trexler in the Toxic Cup. You guys want to continue seeing Toxic Cup videos, so we're going to continue bringing them for you. I don't want to say I'm moving away from Go Battle League. I mean, I'm still doing my daily battles, of course, but it is getting a little bit boring. I hate to say it, so I hope that they do implement new changes in Season 1. Now, I still enjoy it, so I have no problem with it, but I do want maybe something similar to the Sylph Cup, if that makes sense. Maybe rules or bans or limits, things like that. We've talked about that before. I think that would be a lot of fun. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what Trexler is using. So he has a Crustle on his team, a Golbat, a B-Barrel, Ninjask, a Toxicroak, and Steelix. And on my team, you're going to see Toxicroak, Drapion, Golbat, Pidgeot, Hippowdon, and a Wormadam. So Hippowdon has actually been requested basically since the Toxic Cup was officially announced. People wanted to know how the Fire Fang would do. Now Hippowdon gets Fire Fang. It also gets like Ice Fang and Thunder Fang, which can definitely come in handy against the Flyers. I do think the Fire Fang is going to be the best version of it though, because it's going to be super effective against the Steel types. It's going to be super effective against Bug types like the Ninjask. And there's a lot of things that are double weak to it. Now, if we look at Trexler's team, there's nothing double weak to Fire Fang on his team, but, in general, like Scizor is double weak to it, Fortress is double weak to it, right? There's plenty of Pokemon that are going to be double weak to Fire, and a lot of things that are weak to it in general, high up on the meta, so yeah, Hippowdon was definitely something that I had to try out, and I'm glad I did. I really enjoyed it. We'll definitely be using it again. So we do go ahead and take the first win, so it was a very good game. I am leading with my Wormadam. Loving this Pokemon. Confusion is really powerful, and it charges up relatively fast. I mean, we do get to those moves fast, and he does switch in Crustle. And I was looking at my Pokemon. I didn't know who to switch into. But I gotta get used to some of these new Pokemon. Like, I know who Crustle is. I know who all the Pokemon are from the past, from Black and White, But they haven't been in the game, so... Anyway, he takes that Iron Head. Maybe he didn't think it was an Iron Head. Maybe he didn't know what Wormadam got. Totally makes sense. But we're gonna be able to knock out that Pokemon. He switches in B-Bell. Now, I should have went for the other charge move, the Bug Buzz, because it is not resisted by B-Bell. However, he shields it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So he'll just go ahead and feint me down. Now, we do not want to bring in my Hippowdon because Fire Fang, obviously, B-Bell is going to resist that. So as you can see, it definitely has counters. It's not unbeatable, not by any means, but it's definitely a really powerful Pokemon for this cup. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have a good PvP IV one, and I wanted to make a video on Hippowdon, so I decided not to wait, I only had one available, and that's the only one in my collection, and I decided to invest in it. What can I say? I wanted to make a video, and I wasn't going to wait for it. So, anyway, he's going to go ahead and pull the switch. I switch out immediately into my Hippowdon because I know he has Ninjask in the back, and I know we can just Fire Fang that away. He is going to go ahead and get off a Shadow Ball. Should have shielded that. That did way too much damage. You could see the power of Ninjask, guys. Anyway, he switches into his B-Bell. I will go for my Body Slam attack. Let's see. He is not going to shield that because he has no shields, and we're going to go ahead and take that win. So thanks, Hippowdon. Really appreciate it. So we do go ahead and win that. So if we look at Trexler's team, though, he has Steelix and he has Ninjask, both of which are going to be actually weak to that Fire Fang. Nothing else, though. B-Bell is going to be able to counter it well because we're going to be weak to it. But anyway, he's switching into Steelix. I switch into my Toxicroak. Now, I do go for the Mud Bomb right now. I wasn't sure if he was going to shield. I was kind of expecting him to. He does not shield, and he goes for a charge attack. So I make a mistake in this situation. I don't shield it. I didn't think it was a bluff, but I didn't think he had enough for Earthquake, so that's why I thought it was a crunch. Should have 100% shielded that. I shouldn't have risked it. I guess I miscounted because I did not think he had enough, and that's ultimately going to cost me this game. If I had shielded, pretty sure I would have won that, but that's okay. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go for Body Slams against B-Barrels. Trying to get as much damage as possible. He's just going to try and feint me down. He actually pulls a switch into Ninjask. Very interesting. Although we're almost gone, so maybe he wants to get energy on Ninjask. However, we're able to knock him out, and then he brings in B-Barrel. And we're going to bring in Pidgeot. I'm going to absolutely shield this one up. Now, we do have a relatively healthy Pidgeot, but he has energy on that B-Barrel. And, he has 2 shields. So we're going to go ahead and shield this one up. I do go for Aerial Ace. I don't even click on the bubbles because I know he has to shield it. There's no way he's not going to shield it. So we go for another one. I decided to go for the bubbles this time, thinking maybe if I'm lucky he won't shield it because he'll think he could take it. And there was no reason for him not to shield it. And he's going to get off a charge attack and he's going to be able to beat me. So that's okay. He does go ahead and take this game. We had a good lead, but he still pulls it off. So really well played on his end. Going to pick up more Stardust. That's always nice. Also a Sentinel Stone. That will be good for Rhyhorn Community Day. So we're going to jump into another game. I lead with my Drapion. He leads with his B-Barrel. So again, I still have Bite on my Drapion. I don't know if I want to switch it to Ice Fang. I want to switch it just to try it, but I don't know which one I like more. I mentioned that before, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and shield this. I love using Drapion, by the way. He's going to go ahead and switch into Crystal to catch this Fell Stinger, but I didn't really care what Fell Stinger went into anyway. So now we're just doing a lot of damage to that Crystal. I go ahead and commit my second shield, so really risky on my end. It is going to be an X-Scissor, where I think we're going for Aqua Tail at this point. We do go for the Aqua Tail. Now, he might want to shield this. Let's see if he decides to shield it. He does not, probably expecting the Fell Stinger. So we do knock out his Crystal, and his B-Bell is relatively weak, but he's also up 2 shields. So it may look like a pretty good position, but it really isn't that good. So we're going to bring in Hippowdon, and he's going to go for a charge attack. Obviously, it's got to be that Shadow Ball. No reason not to go for it. I have no shields. He switches into B-Barrel. I pull the switch immediately into my Toxicroak. Unfortunately, we can't feint that B-Barrel before he gets off a charge move, so he will hit me with the Surf. Totally fine. We do feint him. He still has 2 shields, guys. This is madness. So I was trying to get the Sludge Bomb off. Should have just went for the Mud Bomb, but he would have shielded it anyway, so it doesn't matter. He's going to be able to pick up this game. Burnt my shields really early that time. He wins with actually 2 shields, so that's okay. So let's go ahead and jump into another game. I'm leading with my Hippowdon this time. We catch the Ninjask, so that's very powerful for us. Ninjask, we've seen it do a lot of damage, but it's really squishy. He brings in B-Barrel. I pull the switch into my Toxicroak immediately. I am going to commit a shield because I knew I would be able to farm him down with counters before he got to another Surf. So we are successfully able to do that. And we have Energy and Toxicroak ready to go. So let's see. He is going to bring in his Shedinja. So I go for the Bluff. I go for the Mud Bomb. And because we know Sludge Bomb would just knock it out in one hit. So now I go for the Sludge Bomb. And he is going to go ahead and not shield this one. So we do knock out that Ninjask with Toxicroak. So awesome for us. We're trying to get to that Mud Bomb. We do get to it before Crystal is able to get off a charge attack. Let's see if he wants to let this one go through. He does. And he will get off a charge attack. I think I shield. I do not. Actually, I do not. So it's going to be an X-Scissor. We actually live that. And I'm going to switch in my Hippowdon. Could have feinted him with counters. I think I wanted to bring in Hippowdon because I wanted to end the game with Hippowdon because this was a Hippowdon-focused video, right? We got to show some love, a lot of love to Hippowdon. So good game to Trexler. But we have more. We're not done yet, not by any means. I do lead with my Hippowdon again, and he leads with his Golbat. So we do have to watch out for that Shadow Ball. Of course, we know how much damage it does. So we're just going to go ahead and go straight for that Body Slam, trying to get as much damage off as possible against the Golbat. He will not shield it, but he actually switches, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the switch. I'm bringing Toxicroak every game. I feel like I might do a separate video on Toxicroak, even though we've used it in every single battle, because Toxicroak deserves it. I feel like every team is going to have a Toxicroak on it. It's just such a good Pokemon. It really is. But anyway, he does go ahead and knock us out. I bring in my Golbat, and we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Don't want to take a Surf. And then we should be able to just farm down this B-Barrel. I think we can. Yes, we can. So B-Barrel is gone. Golbat has some energy on it. He will bring in his Steelix. So I'm going to go straight Shadow Ball because I know that he knows Shadow. Even if it is a Shadow Ball, not going to take it out. Not going to do much at all. So I switch into my Hippowdon. And as you can see, Fire Fang doing a good amount of damage to that Steelix. I will shield this Crunch Up. And he's going to pull the switch into Golbat. As I kind of thought he would. But it's going to be Shadow Ball. That will knock out Hippowdon. And then we bring in Golbat. And yeah, really not looking good for us. I go for the Poison Fang. I was expecting him to shield this one because he's probably close to a Shadow Ball. He actually doesn't shield it. It was a CMP tie. That was very interesting, but that's okay. And it's actually going to be a Poison Fang. I guess that's why he didn't shield it, so that actually makes sense. So now he'll bring in the Steelix, and he's saving it for the Shadow Ball. I'm hoping he would think, well, let me try and flex. Let me try and win with one shield remaining, and maybe it's a Poison Fang, but he didn't do that. So good game. Good game. So we're going to jump into another one. I lead with Toxicroak. He leads with B-Bell, so we definitely catch the lead. Kind of expecting him to switch early. Let's see if he decides to. He does decide to into Golbat. I do switch. It's a little bit late on the switch, though. I should have switched earlier. But it's my Drapion versus his Golbat. I am going to go ahead and take this. Drapion does resist Shadow Ball and Poison Fang, so we can definitely take it. And I'm going to go ahead and go for the Fell Stinger. I was thinking of going for Aqua Tail, but I decided to go for Fell Stinger. He's not going to shield it up, so we boost our attack. And we're going to be hit with another one. Let's see what I decide to do. I do let it go through. Going to be another Shadow Ball, so that we'll be able to knock out Drapion. So Hippowdon comes in, trying to farm him down with Fire Fang. We are able to do so. And that B-Bell is going to come in, of course. And he's bringing it every game because he knows I'm bringing Hippowdon every game. And it's a Hippowdon-focused video. So I switch into my Toxicroak, go for Mud Bomb. And this Mud Bomb will not connect because he'll shield that and switch out into Ninjask. So what I'm going to do is, I don't think I take this. There's no way. No, I'm not going to take this attack. Going to be an Aerial Ace. That would have easily knocked this out. So I am going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb, hoping that he will think it's a bluff, and that's what happens. He does not shield. So we got really lucky in that situation, guys. Going to go ahead and shield this, and we should just be able to knock out that B-Bell with counters. We are able to. So we do win that one. I think I could have gotten to another Sludge Bomb, though, even if he shielded. Not 100% sure. But either way, again, we both keep the same Pokemon. Actually, I'm going to lead with that Toxicroak. He leads with his Pokemon. So I pull the switch into my Drapion. Same situation as last video. I'm going to go ahead and take this attack. It's going to be another Shadow Ball. So no reason to go for the Poison Fang because I wasn't going to shield that anyway. And now I'll go for my Fell Stinger just to boost my attack. And of course he's not going to shield it. Now he does get off another charge attack, and I could have shielded this, but I was really low anyway. I could have shielded it to keep the switch advantage, but I decided not to. I bring in my Hippowdon, and we do go ahead and feint that Golbat. Now I know B-Barrel is obviously coming back in. It will be B-Barrel. And I do decide to go ahead and go for the Body Slam, just to get damage off against the B-Barrel. And I am going to go ahead and plan on switching. We both switch at the same time, so that's crazy. So I do go ahead and go for my Mud Bomb bait. So I am baiting this time, and he will go ahead and shield that one up. So I feel like I was thinking about double baiting. I ultimately decide not to, but I was thinking about double baiting, but I do go for the Sludge Bomb. He does ultimately end up shielding this. I should have double baited. I was thinking about it, but I decided not to. I was like, well, maybe he won't, and then I would have been able to shield this. Well, I do shield it. But I don't double bait. It's going to be an Aerial Ace. I don't think it would have mattered. I'm not really too sure. But either way, we do get off the Sludge Bomb anyway, so we're going to be able to knock out that Pokemon. So we do knock out Ninjask, and now he brings in his B-Barrel. It is low. I'm also low. He has a Surf ready, so he's going to hit me and knock me out. And now we bring in Hippowdon, trying to get to that Body Slam. No, he wins the CMP tie. That is crazy, guys. That is crazy, guys. So he actually wins the CMP tie, and he knocks out my Hippowdon. So goodbye, Hippowdon. So we have one more game in this video, so we're going to jump into it right now. I do lead with my Wormadam against Toxicroak. Beautiful lead for us. I'm loving Wormadam as one of my Pokemon. He switches into Steelix. I've got that Toxicroak ready to go. I think I brought Toxicroak every game. Well, almost every game. I know it's a Hippowdon video, but I definitely brought Toxicroak quite a bit. So, because it's such a good Pokemon. It really is. It counters a lot. But anyway, we're going to shield this. We're not going to make the same mistake as earlier in the video. I'm not taking that Earthquake. I'm not going to allow it to knock us out. So we will feint Steelix, and in comes Golbat. So I'm like, okay, well, Golbat's probably not going to shield because both my moves are resisted. Although Sludge Bomb, I mean, we have energy. If we can get the 2 Sludge Bombs, it's going to get pretty low, right? So we're able to get the Golbat pretty low. As you can see right now, even though we lose that match, still able to get him pretty low. and our Toxicroak did more than enough. He switches into Toxicroak. I'm going to switch immediately. Wanted to save the Women Dam for Toxicroak, so that's exactly what I did. Couldn't block that Mud Bomb, and we just feint him down with Confusions. I go for the Iron Head. He actually gets off a charge attack before I'm able to, and it's going to be a Shadow Ball, but we're able to take it, and I didn't need to go for the Iron Head. I could have just Confusioned it down, but I just was immediately clicking on it, and he shields that one up, but we're going to be able to Confusion it, and we're going to win that one. And that will be it for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.